Good morning, students. Welcome in your class. Today we are going to read about the chapter number 5, Mother's Day, which has been written by J.B. Priestley. First of all, we have to know about the theme of the chapter. In this chapter, J.B. Priestley beautifully described the efforts of mother. Mother is the only member in the house who continuously doing work since morning to late night and never complained. She only does work for the comfort of their family member. But members never accept their obligations. They only used to put the orders and orders and orders on her. They never thought they are doing the work only for 8 hours, sometimes 10 and 12 with weekends. But only the mother is the member who continuously works 24 into 7. That means the whole day, each and every hour, without any weekend. So, J.B. Priestley point out the family members and give the message, at least pay respect to your mothers, because she is the person in the family who only wish is to give you comfort with her efforts. So let's read the characters of this chapter. In this chapter, the protagonist of the chapter is Mrs. Pearson. The whole chapter revolves around Mrs. Pearson, who has an innocent lady, disciplined one, and continuously doing work morning to night only for the comforts of their family members. She has a neighbor and also called a friend, Mrs. Jill. She is a fortune teller. Also, she knows the magic. Mrs. Pearson has a daughter, Doris, and a son, Shrill. And the George is her husband. These are the characters. The protagonist is Mrs. Pearson. Let's have a look, a nutshell on the chapter. This chapter begins with a conversation between Mrs. Pearson and Mrs. Schill. Mrs. Schill reached to the Pearson's house and they were talking. Mrs. Pearson told her about her family members. She told, my daughter never respects me and she always gives me an order. My son also do the same and my husband also doing the same. Nobody cares me, nobody give me a respect, they only do is only giving orders to me. Mrs. Schild is just opposite of Mrs. Pearson. She heard her and she had a plan in her mind. She asked Mrs. Pearson, shall we change our soul? You just make yourself just like me and I adopt your soul and I also behave like you. Firstly, Mrs. Pearson, horrified with the thought, she would be just like a Mrs. Shields. How it is possible? Mrs. Shields gave her a confidence. After this, maybe she is able to get respect from their family members. She has to stand in front of them and ready for denying to doing the work as like them. By this, she is able to make them understand she is also a human being and she also needs some rest. She is only not a member, just she is the loving and caring member of the family. Do not behave like a owners and she would be like a servant. Mrs. Rills gave an confidence to her and at last she would be ready. Then Mr. Schill gave some magical spell on her and their souls get changed. Now Mrs. Pearson is just like Mr. Schill's attitude. She is now bold and look a confident lady and a straightforward too. And Mrs. Schill behaves like a Mrs. Pearson, a shy, innocent lady. Now both are parting off and the scene going to start. We will discuss this scene in the next video. Thank you. Good morning, student. As you know, we are reading the chapter number 5, Mother's Day, which has been written by J.B. Priestley. I already told you about the theme of the chapter, characters of the chapter in the first video. And we talked a little bit part of the summary of this one chapter. I ended up the first video with the magical spell and the changes of the soul between the Mrs. Pearson and Mrs. Schill. Now, let's see what would happen in the scenes. In the first scene, now new Mrs. Pearson. Now in your chapter, the word introduced, new Mrs. Pearson. New Mrs. Pearson, who has the soul of Mrs. Schill, a confident lady and a bold lady. When new Mrs. Pearson at her house, first of all, her daughter interacted with her. She came down and asked to her mother, "Mama, I want a cup of a tea. And also you should iron my silk yellow dress." Mrs. Pearson didn't move from her place. Again, Doris asked to her mother. Her mother denied to do. Totally denied. "You should keep your orders with you. You have to prepare a cup of tea and you should have ironed your dress." Now, the Doris, annoyed by hearing this, her mother is not ready to do her work. Why she is denying? These questions revolving in her mind. Then she moved towards the room. At the same time, mother said, "Crystal is not a good person, and he is the person with whom Doris wants to go for outing. Now she is just doing her work or doing iron. She is not able to say anything more. But at the same time, her son, Schill, also entered and he asked to her mother, he also wants to take a cup of a tea. Again, Mrs. Pearson denied. "If you want, go and prepare, because I am on a leave for a week. Now it's my weekend time. You all will do the work." and I will enjoy my weekend. The statement Mikanoi Shrill at the same time, because that was the time of the tea time, George means Mr. Pearson entered the house. He, Doris and Shrill, everyone was stunned in the dumbstruck mode because Mrs. Pearson, new Mrs. Pearson, busy herself in smoking. George also asked for a cup of tea, and she proclaimed these coming up days, and this day is a weekend of her. Now, the arguments get started, but Mrs. Pearson, ready for that, she gave replies to everyone. For the last years, I was doing work only, and you all are giving me only the orders and orders and orders. After a long time, I am on a leave. Now you will do all your work by yourself. She denied to do the work. Every one of her family totally annoyed, and they don't know what they will do. After some time, they all realizes their mistakes. They realizes they only give the orders and orders and orders to her. They never help them in the household works. Even they never give respect to her. They realized, and at last, at the night, they all confessed in front of Mrs. Pearson. Then Mrs. Shrill entered the house. They talked with each other, and both soul has been changed. This is the summary part of your chapter. Thank you.